Good afternoon to the citizens of St. Bernard Parish. Today is Friday, May 8th. Another day has gone by here in St. Bernard Parish dealing with the COVID-19 saga. We will have our personal prayer today like we always start out, recognizing and honoring those who have lost their lives, and our condolences go out to the family members and friends of those who lost their lives. All right. I would like to say for those family members or friends of loved ones who have lost their lives during this COVID-19 saga here in St. Bernard Parish, if you want to send in some words or text about your loved one, or if you want to send some pictures, we would be more than happy to show them here on our daily updates and honor their lives, and so that we can always remember them. So if you want that, you could please send that to President McInnis at sbpg.net, and we will honor their lives here on the daily updates. Also, let's talk about the numbers. Let's do that now. Numbers are in today on Friday before this beautiful weekend. We're still at 508 and we're at 20. I think that's the first time during this whole COVID-19 mess for 2 months or so, we had not one increase in positive tests, and at the same time with no increases in deaths. Our hospital went down. We only have 3 COVID-19 patients and no one is on a ventilator. So we are doing really good here in St. Bernard Parish. And I want to encourage the citizens of St. Bernard Parish as we move forward to continue to just listen to those guidelines, and I think that we're going to get through this better and stronger. We still gotta wear our mask in public as much as we can. When we know we're going to be in a building around people, or if we're going to be in a public place outdoors around people, we might want to put our mask on. It's not required, but it will reduce the amount of people becoming contagious of this horrible disease. It protects you exponentially more with a mask than without a mask. So, you know, I have my mask every day. I don't wear it here. I'm in one big room with Leo behind the camera here. But when we walk around the building, we have our mask on here in St. Bernard Parish. So please, if you can, wear your mask, because it helps our community, it helps you, and it might save someone's life in your family, or maybe even your life. Monday's a big day. I don't know when the governor is going to make his announcement. I'm hearing it might be in the morning. St. Bernard Parish is receiving some information from the national, state level at 3 p.m. in a conference call with Region 1 representatives, Mayor Cantrell, President Chang, and President Lapine. So I'm looking forward to that 3 o'clock update to take a deep dive into those numbers and what things look like going forward in our region. I'm definitely looking forward to the governor's announcement. My assumption with the governor's announcement, looking at the numbers throughout the state of Louisiana and looking at our team and how we are performing, it looks like that we're going to be into phase 1, unless something horribly happens over the weekend, right? So I know that that's his mindset going into the weekend, but he won't get his update till Sunday. So what is that going to look like? Phase 1 plus is what I'm asking the governor to do. I don't know if we're going to get it, right? Phase 1 plus. You got to remember, our region was ready last time. So he's got to give us a little bit more than phase 1, maybe phase 2. I asked him to jump it to phase 2. I don't think we're going to get that. Remember, the governor's mindset is military. He does not want to go over the same terrain twice or fight for the same terrain twice. So in Louisiana, we're not going back to where we were with the problems with our health care system here in St. Bernard Parish and people dying at a higher rate than they are today. So what does that look like? The question's going to be whether or not gyms or bars are going to be open. In the federal guidelines, in phase 1, gyms are open and bars are not. So I'm not sure what's going to happen there. Nothing is addressed in the guidelines as it pertains to salons, barbershops, massage therapy, and tattoo parlors. So it's not addressed. But what we do know is that the president, when Georgia went into phase 1, he was disappointed that Georgia included those businesses in phase 1. So my assumption is they will not be allowed in phase 1. That is one of the industries, if you will, that all parish presidents throughout the state understand why that might not be in phase 1. But what we told him was that we believe that our practitioners here in St. Bernard Parish and throughout the state of Louisiana are going to be very, very, very responsible. And that it is a social event for a lot of people. And we need to get that back sooner rather than later. And that might be part of the plus from phase 1. That's what I'm hoping. So the governor has a lot on his mind. He has big decisions to make. He's not going to make everyone happy, but I can tell you we're going to follow his lead. And we're going to jump on the bus and we're going to go in that same direction. And we're going to handle and regulate and, like I said before, push the envelope for our businesses to open. We want to help people. We don't want to hurt people. But we got to make sure that it's fair. We got to make sure that we have a shared sacrifice with businesses throughout St. Bernard Parish. We can't have one open and the other one's closed. It just can't happen that way. So I'm looking forward to that actually, and another busy week next week, being prepared for another step forward here in this COVID-19 saga. You know, I went to Baton Rouge last night. We testified and tried to kill a bill that will take away our rights to sue all companies. It will take $100 million out of our pocket that we have an agreement with Freeport-McMoran. We lost in committee. And I reminded the committee members, you know, you represent the people with the smaller bank accounts back in your districts. You don't represent these big corporations with the big bank accounts. And it was a very long hearing. You know, I sat there for, 2.5 hours or so before I testified. Jefferson Parish President Cynthia Lee Shane testified along with all the council members in Jefferson Parish. It's so important for us, and they're trying to take away our right to sue, not just the oil companies, but to sue, period. Right? So this just does not make sense to us, and they know they're doing something that's wrong, and they're losing their independence because of a special interest. So we just try to make sure we stated our case. You can go on senate.la.gov and go to the Senate hearings from May 8th, and it's a Natural Resources Committee. And you can view that video if you want to see the discussions between our attorney, the all company representatives, and the 7 senators asking the questions and who decided on that issue. So call your senators, let them know that you are unhappy with their decision. Senator Bowie, who is a representative of St. Bernard Parish, voted in our favor, and Senator Hewitt, who represents our district here in St. Bernard Parish, voted against us. So we need to call her and let her know of our disappointment in her vote. This weekend is Mother's Day. So go out this weekend and celebrate your mother. During this time of COVID, all of our mothers won't be able to go to the salon or go get their nails done, right? So let's maybe go buy them some gift cards at some of the salons in St. Bernard Parish. That's a way that they can make some money during this time. And our mothers, I know my wife and my 3 daughters, is something that we're going to celebrate on this beautiful weekend. So happy Mother's Day to everyone in St. Bernard Parish. I'm sure looking forward to this weekend. We want to thank the Knights of Columbus for the lunch that they provided for the first responders and parish government employees this week. It was tremendous. I know our sheriff was very thankful. I was talking to Jimmy the other day, and the community and how they're coming out and they're coming around and supporting everyone. It's just a wonderful thing. It always happens here in St. Bernard Parish, and we don't give people enough credit sometimes. So another thing that we're finding is the 40 Open Observatory right here at the north side of Jean Lafitte. We have a beautiful observatory over the 40 Open Canal. And people are showing up, fishing, catching fish, bass, perch, and children and parents together learning how to fish. So it's a wonderful sight. We're going to put a video together about that soon. So I just want to tell everybody here at the end, go outdoors this weekend. Go eat at one of your local restaurants out on the patio. Enjoy the beautiful weather. So thank you to the citizens of St. Bernard Parish, and God bless each and every one of you.
We were excited to reopen this weekend. It meant a lot to our community. It was positive. It was everyone that came and ate on our patio this weekend was a positive response. Getting back to some sort of step to being normal, I think had a lot of people excited. You can see that we have our patio set up. People obviously enjoy sitting outside. The weather's been beautiful, and it's just a positive step in the right direction. So hopefully we can keep that going. Our community surrounded around its small businesses and just supported all of us, and it just shows what kind of community we are. So it's a great thing to see, and it's a great thing to be a part of, but definitely seeing an increase in sales opening up outdoor seating.
Well, with the coronavirus, we were just concerned. We didn't really know what to expect. So for the safety of our community and our staff, we decided to shut down temporarily. And then we said, okay, it's time, let's do to-goes. We've been shut down for 42 days. So we said, let's open for to-goes. And now that we could do the outside dining, we decided to do that as well. When I found out we could do outdoor dining, I was nervous, scared, excited. I didn't know what to expect. The state and St. Bernard, they've really been transparent with a lot of the regulations. We've been getting emails, phone calls. The parish government has been very helpful. The parish to go, the chamber, they've been sharing things on social media. They've reached out to us through emails, through phone calls, through texting. They've really been supportive, so I'm very appreciative of that. I think it's exciting for everyone to be able to come out, have a good time, meet with others, enjoy themselves, and same goes for us.
It was so exciting to see all of our hard work pay off, and working with our owners. On Friday, May 1st, they were able to actually serve customers at their place of business outside, but it was wonderful to see them and to see the customers see friendly faces, familiar faces, and to see how well we did. All of our owners did a spectacular job in setting up their businesses and making sure that it was a great experience for their customers.